Hi everybody, what's going on? I'm Michael, I'm a landscape architect and environmentalist, and today we're going to be talking about the watermelon peperomia and how you can take care of her in your home. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow! The watermelon peperomia goes by the botanical name Peperomia argyria, and she's native to South America. And she is known for these amazing watermelon looking leaves. It's so cool, you all. Such a cool plant. As well as these really cool reddish stems. And there's one, it's a reddish brown, almost like a mahogany color, one stem per leaf. And the leaves are it's a tropical plant, so it's got a little succulent feel. It's very waxy feeling, but it definitely looks like those round watermelons that you get from your supermarket. And it's just a joy. It's just a joy to have in your home. The plant will not get very large. This is only going about 8 inches tall and about just over a foot 15 inches wide at its widest. So it doesn't really need a lot of space in your home for her to do well. The plant also can very easily be propagated. We have propagated some, and we have we'll probably be doing a video on that. I believe this one was a propagation actually. There's what do we have? Three here that we propagated from the petiole. You can take a cutting of here and you can put it in water with leca, and we'll do another video on that in the future. So please consider subscribing to our channel so you can catch that and other videos on houseplants and gardening in general. But it's for the plant characteristics, it's just this fun, funky plant. It's definitely a conversation piece. It's very exotic looking to me. It's so pretty. We've done other videos on the Peperomia frost, and that's one of my favorite houseplants next to the oxalis here. But I have so many favorites, I can't help it. But she's just adorable and exotic at the same time, and I don't know if there's a word for that says both, but that's what she is. And it's just fun to see and have. It's not a very troubling plant for you to on care wise. And so what we'll do now is we'll rotate over into talking about caring for your peperomia. On plant care for your watermelon peperomia, you want to make sure you give your peperomias medium light, and that's going to be between 250 and 500 foot candles. These do not need a lot of highlight, and highlight is north of 500 foot candles. You don't want any direct sunlight, so these are great to have like deeper into your home, 12 feet away from a window, 15 feet away from a window. You're going to get very low light level readings there. Typically, summertime's in 150 to 300 range, and these guys will do fine there. So it's a great plant for that part of your home. If you're looking for something like that for a coffee table or our counter, we have some of ours growing on our kitchen counter as well as near our TV, and it's just a beauty. It's just a beautiful plant. And for lighting, we went over that. Let's talk about watering. We like to water ours once a week. We want to water them thoroughly. These are both grown in soil, but they can grow in leca, and we'll like I said, we'll be doing a propagation video for the watermelon peperomia and show you how we grow in that semi-hydroponic method. But for soil grown, water them once a week, water pretty well, but then always make sure you don't overwater. A lot of people tend to overwater their plants. That's what causes most problems. But if you overwater them, you can cause rot. So always use your finger here in a small container. Go down, one pinky or one finger, and if you pull back any dirt or stuff on your finger, then you know that the soil is damp, and you don't need to water. So it can maybe go a little bit more than 7 days, because further away from a window, the less watering you may need. So it may be more than 7 days. Ours are found to work well with 7 days. Obviously, we water more for a larger plant than we do for a little plant, but you do want to water all the way around. These are not going to be finicky if you get water on the leaves but you don't tend to, you don't need to miss these plants, by the way. You just want to water all the way around so that you get the water is permeated through the entire root medium. One thing I just want to do as an aside, I didn't see this I should have, in talking about characteristics. These are the flowers. They're inconspicuous, but look how fun and funky they are. They're so cool. These little antennas. Oh, there's another one. They're so cute. We'll zoom in so you can see that. But the plant is just like a joy to have in your home. For fertilizing, we like to use a well-balanced fertilizer, and we do that from April through late September. You can do this into October because this plant tends to put out new growth for us pretty much year-round, but it's much slower in the winter months, so that's when you normally throttle back your fertilizer. We like to do a 20-20-20 Jax, and you can use other name brands that have that, but we like Jax because they do have the micronutrients in their liquid fertilizer. For plant pests, we've been fortunate. We haven't had spider mites or mealybugs on these, so we're very fortunate in that regard. They can get that those pests to attack them, but we haven't had that problem. But again, to cycle back to lighting, if you're getting too much light on your plant, you will see, and we'll zoom in for you to see it. You will see some browning on the leaf tips, and like I said, we'll zoom in so you can see this on a side by side here, and that tells you that you either caught some sun for a period of the day or something like that, and the plant doesn't like that. You'll get this little mottling. Sometimes when you pick it up from a nursery or from a garden center, you'll see that, and that could be because it just happened in the nursery. But as those leaves die and new ones come out, you won't have that blemish. But the blemish doesn't tend to rotate, or doesn't tend to permeate through to the outside leaves, which is what this is, the showy part of the plant. So it's not really a problem. But if you do notice that, it's not like a problem with the leaf or with attack with a fungus or a blight on the leaf. It's just that it got a little bit of burnt, and that's how the plant shows that it got too much light. So what we're going to do now is rotate over into written care instructions, where we go over all this in details for you, and you can always take a screenshot of that information if you need to utilize for your needs. But before we do that, again, I tend to do this. I jump around so much. Temperature, they like normal home temperature between 68 and 78 degrees. They'll do fine. And humidity in a home of 40%. There's not going to be any problem with most homes in that regard. They're not sensitive to drafts that we found. We don't really typically have drafts here in South Florida. It's more for folks who live further north that they have to deal with that. But these plants do fine. They do fine. All right, so let's go rotate over into written care instructions, and then we'll come back and do a quick summary at the end. We want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. Or if you'd like to subscribe, we'd like to welcome you to the Let's Grow family. And until the next video, see you later.
If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.